Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Fractal Bitcoin. How you doing? I'm Chris. This is your daily Bitcoin news video. This is the Friday night edition because my internet was out all day. Weird. Okay, we're so dependent on the internet. Let's get right to the Bitcoin price update. Right now, the price is $50,743. Yeah, we're at the lower end of this range we've been sort of sitting in between about this price right here, 50,700, all the way up to 53,000, and we've been in this range for a while now. And it's okay. We're consolidating. We're taking a breather. Everything's good. Yep, bull run has started. Everyone's energy is high in the Bitcoin space. Let's keep moving to this article, which says the EIA is to temporarily suspend Bitcoin miner survey after lawsuit. So I reported this a few days ago that the EIA, which stands for the Energy Information Administration, it's part of the Department of Energy. Apparently, they sent a letter to a lot of Bitcoin miners, and they wanted a whole survey for Bitcoin miners to fill out. And it's like, why? Why? And of course, we know why, because the government they want a database of miners so that when they go to crack down, they'll know where every miner is. They'll know exactly what equipment they have and all this stuff. So a bunch of miners in Texas and a bunch of people came together, I believe, and sued. They put forth a lawsuit against this, and in light of that, the EIA has agreed to temporarily suspend their survey of Bitcoin miner energy use in the United States. So yeah, this is good. It's good that I'm happy people stood up, and I'm also happy that, for now at least, the government got put in their place a little. Like, what are you doing? You come on. Jesus. All right. This is from Bitcoin Charlotte. Last night, at their community meetup, steak and hoagie shop accepting Bitcoin. Yeah, check this out. I'm playing the video without sound, but yeah, look, it's a steak and hoagie shop, and they're accepting Bitcoin, and it's awesome. You can see they're gonna show. They have the little point of sale thing, and then here she goes. She's right here. She's like, yep, I'm about to pay. And she takes her phone, scans the QR code, and acknowledges the payment. And boom, it goes through. And that's it. And the guy's like, okay, went through. You're good. Yeah, point of sale, buying things through the Lightning Network on Bitcoin is really cool. And it's only going to get better from here. What happens when a country embraces a money that can't be printed? Well, that's what's happening in El Salvador. Let's listen to a little bit of this video.
90% of the people here in El Sonte before Bitcoin didn't have even access to a bank account.
They are paying bills with Bitcoin, so they don't have to travel to another city that's 1.5 hours to 2.5 hours drive. They can send and receive money from their families. You're saving money because you're not paying high fees. Businesses are accepting Bitcoin. We have coffee, restaurants, supermarkets, car wash, clothes, flowers. So people realize this is real money. I can buy food with it. They are saving Bitcoin because they know it will be gaining value in the future.
The adoption is happening here. Anyone here in El Salvador or other parts of the world can see, hey, this is really useful. I can totally replicate this in my town, in my city.
We want to share with not only with this community, but with the rest of the countries. Some people, they say, no, the government has to do it, or somebody else has to do it. We're just doing it ourselves with the citizens. We know that we are making history.
You see.
Yeah, they're just doing it themselves, the citizens. Wow, what a concept. My goodness. We're so brainwashed to thinking we need big daddy government to run everything. We don't. This is awesome. That's El Salvador. Wow. All right, let's move on. This is a very interesting little slide I'm showing. I'm going to read it. The current world population is about 8,093,000,000 people. So just above 8 billion. The total number of Bitcoin ever is going to be 21 million, although people say that probably around 3 to 4 million of those have been lost forever. We don't know. And also up to this point, only about 19.4 million out of the 21 million have been mined. So there's another like 1.5 or 1.6 million to be mined in the next 110 years or something like that. So if you do the division, that's the population of the world. This is the total number of Bitcoin. If each person had 0.00259,477 Bitcoin, that would equal 21 million. So if you divide all 21 million evenly among every single human being in the world, that's how much Bitcoin each person would have. And if you say that in terms of Satoshis, it's 259,000 Satoshis. So that's not much. 0.002 Bitcoin is not much. So even if you have 0.01 Bitcoin, you're doing way better than average. And if you have 0.1 Bitcoin, that's awesome. And of course, if you have one whole Bitcoin, then you're a whole coiner, and that's awesome. So shout out to all the whole coiners out there. Now that the market's heating up, the scammers are coming out. So we have to be careful here. Here's a article from Unchained. 5 security measures crypto investors should take in bull markets. When the market shows a renewed interest in crypto, you can be sure that scammers have renewed interest as well. Here are some of the best ways to protect your assets. Now, I'm linking to the article below, and I'm linking to everything I discuss below. But I also have Laura Shin, the host of Unchained. She posted this really cool image here, and it goes over it. Beware of imposter scams. Yeah, people who email you or direct message you. You know, they're stuck in another country, they need money, or fake celebrities. Just, you got to be careful. Obviously, get a hardware wallet. Store your Bitcoin in a hardware wallet. You know, that's a must. You never want to leave your Bitcoin up there on exchanges. Use multi-sig wallets. That means that a couple people at least have to agree to move any Bitcoin. It's not just one person. It's not just one point of failure. Start using a password manager, and that way you can have really long and crazy strong passwords. That's really useful. You should have really long, really good passwords. And carefully vet your trading platform. Yeah, so just make sure you're trading on a good platform. There's a lot of shady platforms out there. So let's move on. This is El Salvador President Nayib Bukele. He gave a speech, and he called on the United States to abandon globalism, and he says dark forces are taking over America. And this is a quote from him. If you want globalism to die here too, you must be willing to unapologetically fight against everything and everyone that stands for it. Fight for your freedoms, fight for your rights. These dark forces are already taking over your country. You may not see it yet, but it's already happening. You don't see it as clearly because people are designed to see linear changes, not exponential ones. People become complacent and they don't realize how bad things are getting until it's too late. So that's what's happening now. Things are getting really, really bad with governments and this authoritarianism, and we got to wake up and make sure we fight this while we can. Here's Robert Breedlove. This is really interesting. This is about fiat currency and how fiat currency basically enables war. Listen to this quote. Printing money is perhaps the most effective way to make warfare more murderous, more destructive, and more difficult to bring to a peaceful conclusion. After all, if warring states are not forced to operate within the confines of their own war chests and can instead print money to steal purchasing power from all their citizens, then they have little to no incentives to stop their mass murder campaigns. Over time, Bitcoin promises to bring about the demise of the money printer and will thus serve as significant constraint on the capacity of states to wage war. And there's a clip here, which again, the link, you can see it in the link in the show notes, but this is so true. I mean, as long as nations can print fiat currency out of thin air, they can just print money and go to war and do all kinds of stuff. But if we're on a Bitcoin standard, they can't print any. They're going to be much more careful. They're not going to want to go to war. They're not going to want to waste their money. So this is a huge point here. If you know anyone that's really like anti-war, show them this, what I just read, please. All right, let's move on. Here's a reminder from Adam Back. All your fiat is going to zero. All right, well, it's a fact. Might as well just call it out. And here is, I wanted to show you this. This is music. This is an episode of a podcast called Homegrown Hits, episode 24. And it's a bunch of local art, indie artists, local artists, their songs, their music. And it's in a big playlist. It's like a podcast episode, and you can listen to it. But you can also, you see on the screen here, value for value. You can zap these songs, and I'll put links in the show notes below. But so this is the value for value that's coming about in the arts. It's not just music, but it's painting and everything. Artists are now able to accept zaps of Bitcoin, Satoshis, directly from their fans. And it's becoming it's so easy to do. It's even fun to do. So a lot of artists are doing this because they can make more money. They can make a lot more money doing it this way than having their music played on Spotify, for instance, because Spotify pays like nothing. All these big streaming companies, they pay artists literally almost nothing. So just by having a few fans zap Satoshis, if the artist is giving you value, you can give them value back just a little bit. And that adds up for the artist, and it makes a big difference. So I'll link to that. So check out some of the music too. Here's our website, fractalbitcoin.com. On the top, you see join our locals community. If you click that, you'll come over here to our locals community. Yeah, sign up. It's free. Come hang out, say hi. And don't forget the Bitcoin panel happens every Friday. It actually did not happen today because my internet was out all day. So we missed today, even after I created this awesome thumbnail. Look at this thumbnail. Come on. Come on, people. Are you telling me I don't have a gift for thumbnails? I'm joking. It's horrible. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Definitely come back here on Monday for another Bitcoin news video. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you're on Rumble, follow the channel, which is like subscribe on Rumble. So thanks. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye.